James Cameron himself just released 5 new concept art for next year's Avatar 3 Fire and Ash movie. And in these images, we are treated with 3 new creatures and 2 old ones which have been seen in the previous 2 movies. Now let's take a look at the 2 old ones first and then get to the new strange alien animals of Pandora. Let's get to it. The first one here, the Ash People Banshees. The Banshees or the Ikran are large aerial predators native to Pandora. They can be found roosting on various cliff sides on the Hallelujah Mountains in the case of the mountain subspecies, and in large trees for the forest ones, and there are coastal variants as well. Many Na'vi clans utilize them in numerous ways, either for traveling long distances, for hunting, or as war mounts. Here in the concept art we see what might be another subspecies used by the Ash people. These resemble closely to the mountain banshees and are not really that different from any of the other types either. They have 2 large wings and 2 hind limbs that have been adapted to function as both legs and secondary canards for flight stabilization. In the concept art we see them hanging on the cliffside and roosting on the ledge as the Ash people bring in one of the captured recombinant avatars to the Fire Chief, probably for interrogation and judgment. Number 2, the Tulkun. The second creature here is one we have already seen in the second movie. These are the Tulkun. In the concept art they seem to be gathering in a circle around one particular specimen of their species, along with what presumably are the Metkayina clan. The Tulkun are large marine whale-like species native to the oceans of Pandora. These sea animals are highly intelligent, more intelligent than humans, and are commonly born with the Metkayina clan Na'vi. Tulkun are highly intelligent creatures with their own unique philosophy. They are slightly transcendent, being sentient and highly cultured, with their own rich family histories, mathematics, poetry, and even sophisticated music. The Tulkun are presumably the largest fauna on Pandora, being up to 300 feet or 91.4 meters long when fully grown. But most here in the image seem to be in the range of between 100 to 150 feet, or between 30 to 45 meters long. Number 3, the Medusa. So next up, this first new creature here is the Medusa. These are massive floating creatures that the Na'vi have figured out how to ride as kind of like an airborne ferry. Imagine a huge translucent bell like an enormous jellyfish in the sky, spanning up to 15 meters or around 50 feet across. Their bell-like bodies act like a natural balloon filled with hydrogen gas that is created as it digests its prey. Thanks to this buoyant gas, the Medusa glides effortlessly over the Pandoran landscape, searching for its next meal. Long trailing tentacles stretch out as much as 35 meters below, ready to snare anything unlucky enough to drift too close. These tentacles are practically inescapable. One shock from them could be fatal even to a human. Beneath the Medusa's bell, the Na'vi have attached finely crafted rafts, making it a unique way for them to travel beyond the canopy. Though the Medusa mainly drifts with the wind, it can also pulse its bell for some directional control, expelling gas to descend or using fluids from special bladders to rise. For most of the time, however, it'll let the winds carry them. Number 4, the Kite Manta. This creature right here might be missed out if you're not looking closely enough. They are also seen in the same images of the Medusa and the Na'vi air rafts, with them being in the front of the raft, flapping and propelling the vehicle, while the Medusa is at the back giving it lift and buoyancy. They look to be 8 to 9 meters long or close to 30 feet long when their long tentacles are taken into account. These kite mantas, or the Sio Sway in Na'vi, are graceful lightweight invertebrates that glide effortlessly on the wind currents with their large translucent wings, but subtly adjusting their wings and limbs as they navigate the mountainous clouded forests, hunting for smaller insects and microorganisms. In some Na'vi clans, kite mantas inspire a calming ritual during the windy days, where individuals sit atop one of these on tall peaks, letting the breeze gently sway them around. Here in the concept art, they have been utilized to drag and propel the air rafts of the Na'vi, and this is kinda unique as we have 2 animals working in tandem to create lift and motion for a vehicle. And now lastly, a new flying creature. So the last concept art that we will showcase here is of a flying creature that's like none other that has been shown in either the movies or games. While the Medusa and the Kite Manta can be easily found out from the Avatar website and are seen in games, this new one has never been showcased before. It clearly isn't a Banshee or even related to one since it has 4 wings, and 2 separate legs plus a very different tail and head structure. It also isn't a Toruk or a storm glider either, but with a bit of biological science, we can deduce that it is somehow related to the Tetrapterons, which have 4 wings as by their namesake. So currently there are 3 named species of these Tetrapterons. The very small ones, which are the Tetrapterons, which have a wingspan of 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Then there is the lunar Tetrapterons, which are just slightly bigger. And then the Great Western Tetrapteron, which has a wingspan of 6.5 meters or over 20 feet wide. Clearly this creature here in the concept art has a length of around 10 meters or 33 feet and a wingspan of maybe over 15 meters or 50 feet wide. Thus, it is a totally new creature awaiting to be introduced in the movie. Its wing design with the semi-transparent membranes resemble that of the Ikran or the Banshee, while it having 4 wings point to it being in the Tetrapteron family of the animals. And also if you look closely, its head greatly resembles that of the small Tetrapteron both in design and the presence of the curved horn on the snout. So there you go, all 5 creatures from the concept art, a variant of the Banshee, the Talen, the Medusa, the Kite Manta and the giant Tetrapteron. Now that's the end of the video. Support us by liking and subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, fam.